Look, I'm not saying that this is a huge self-propelled planter, but that's basically what it is. Hey, what's up guys, it's DJ. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to new mods for Farming Simulator 22. Today we're going to look at what's equivalent to a DLC, but released for all platforms for free on the mod hub, Jacto. This is from the Connect modding group in cooperation with Giant Software and Jacto themselves. As a matter of fact, Jacto is credited as the modder on these mods, which I think is super cool. They also came with a map as well, which I've already made a video of. Leave a link to that in the description so you guys can check that out. Otherwise, let's take a look at the 9 new mods that we've got as part of this pack. Well, they're all separate. You know what I mean. Let's check them out. All right, let's jump right in. First is the Jacto Uniport Planter 500. And yeah, it's an articulated self-propelled planter. I am boomed out all the way. There's no going back anymore. It's just absolutely massive. This thing, well, we got 470 horsepower, 1,170 liters of fuel. We got a 24 mile per hour max speed on the tractor itself. It holds 8,700 liters of seed, 30,000 tons, which is just crazy. 450 horsepower. We got a 22 meter spread planting at 9 miles per hour. There is a lot going on with this. Oh, it's so huge. Yeah. We can change up the window tint on here, but that's really it. Here it is in the game, and we've got a lot to unpack here. So let's at least take a look at the main vehicle itself. So we can, well, at least I thought we could detach. Yes, we can. We can detach from that, making this just a normal tractor, kind of, at the end of the day. We don't have a 3-point on here. We've just got a regular hitch. Plus, we've got different bits on this that we can open up. So you can see we've got a couple tanks right here. I believe we can flip back and forth between the two of them. Should be able to at least. No, not doing it. All right, well, filling vehicle. We've got diesel itself, and then we've got a couple different pieces as well. So the first one is going to be seeds. We can fill that up with 6,500 liters of seed. Then we can go back in here again and we can fill up the second bit with liquid fertilizer. There's a lot of stuff in here, making this actually pretty heavy. 6,500 liters of seed, 2,200 liters of liquid fertilizer. It's not the lightest thing in the world, we'll just say that. And then back here to the back, well, we've got a fill level for the trailer, and we've got a fill level for the liquid fertilizer as well. However, it's important to note that they don't actually hold anything. So in order to use this, you're pretty much gonna need this machine to do it. So just use this machine to do it, and you'll be fine. We are unfolding it right now and have been in the process for a second or two. It takes some time. This is not going to be one of those fly up to the field and just turn it on things. Trust me, I love that as well. But this is not one of those. It also doesn't say anything about being a direct drill, so heads up there in advance. But we've got a cultivated field. We've got corn, sunflowers. We've also got soybeans, sugar beets, and cotton that is doable. Drop it down, boom, there you go. Pretty cool, pretty easy. More or less a self-propelled planter, kind of, at the end of the day. Really cool. Next up, we have the Jacto Hoover 500. This is a dual setup for sugarcane. As you guys know, we do have the case as a base game, but it's only one single row. This right here will do double row. 353 horsepower on here, variable transmission. We've got 480 liters of fuel, 6 mile per hour driving and working speed, weighs 20 tons, and it's got a 3 meter pickup for doing sugarcane. This thing is wild and crazy. There is no capacity for sugarcane, as you know, because you always need to have a trailer behind it. Sugarcane is going to come through and pop up through the top. I also don't see a trailer hitch on here either, meaning that you will have to run beside this with trailers the entire time running it. But otherwise, that's kind of it. You got your setup for your glass in there, but I mean, it's a sugarcane harvester. We've had this since 2007, 2018, somewhere around there. So you guys should know how to run that by now. Here's a cool one. This is the coffee harvester. Now, we did show this off in the map tour video, so again, check that if you haven't seen it already. We got 132 horsepower on here with a variable transmission, holds 150 liters of fuel. It's got a 2,000 liter capacity for coffee beans. Don't worry, that's plenty. It's got an 18 mile per hour max speed when it is not working. It weighs 10.5 tons. It's got a 4 mile per hour max speed when working, and you've got Trelleborg tires on there. Again, no customization on here. We can do a license plate, but that is literally, it's a very simple machine. Think of this like a olive harvester or a grape harvester. Works exactly the same. One thing to know about the K3500, this only will be usable on the map that released alongside this stuff. Coffee is not available on any other map, at least that I've been able to see, so it's only going to be usable on this specific map with this one crop. So heads up. Next up, we've got a solid fertilizer and lime self-propelled spreader. This is the Jacto NPK 5030. Very cool piece of machinery right here. So with this, we have 243 horsepower. Not a lot, but you don't really need a lot for this kind of thing. Variable transmission, which is nice. 275 liters of fuel. Again, you don't need a ton for something like this. Not going to use a bunch. It has a 31 mile per hour max speed when you're not working. 5,000 liter capacity. That is for solid fertilizer and lime both. 9.6 tons overall weight. It's got a 50 meter spread, which yay! And it's got a 15 mile per hour max speed, making this one of the best options when it comes to lime and solid fertilizer. Though at a 50 meter spread, 15 miles per hour, you're going to run through lime very quickly, so be prepared for that. We do have customization on here for wheel brands of Continental, Trelleborg, Rydstein, and back in. We do have a couple different setups as well for these, so my guess, or my recommendation, choose what you like, good to go. Also have some window tinting as well, just like everything else. Speaking of fertilizer and lime spreaders, we've got another one right here. This one, not self-propelled, like pretty much everything else in this DLC pack thing. Again, they're all separate mods, so use whatever you like. The Jacto Tellus 10,000. This holds 10,000 liters of solid fertilizer and lime, 3.8 ton weight, so not too bad. Only 110 horsepower required, so you can run this with a pretty small tractor, even though it's going to be much bigger than most of the tractors you pull this with. It's got a 36 meter spread, which is extremely respectable, 11 mile per hour max speed when working. Again, very respectable. And the wheel options, we have Trelleborg, BKT, well, that's it. So just choose which one of those you like and you're good to go. We're about halfway through the pack now, so let's move on. The Jacto Uniport 4530. This is very similar to the solid fertilizer spreader, but is a liquid fertilizer setup. So 243 horsepower, 275 liters fuel, variable transmission, although should seem very normal, 34 miles per hour. Again, kind of similar to the other one as well. Where it differs is, well, what it does with the capacity. 4,500 liters, that's going to be for liquid fertilizer as well as herbicide. Weighs 9 tons by itself. It's got a 42 meter spread, so smallest one yet. 15 mile per hour max working speed, which, again, still pretty good. We can pop that out to a 42 meters if you really want to, and holy cow, that is a big spreader. Window tinting, we do have different window tinting options. Wheel setups, we have narrow, we have a line opener as well, and, well, that is it. Next up, something kind of like it as well, except not self-propelled here, and there's no customization for this either, which is very interesting. It's the Jacto Advanced 3000. This is 3,000 liter capacity for liquid fertilizer and herbicide. 2.5 ton weight, 24 meter spread at 7 miles per hour. Again, you can't change anything about this. Your next to last piece is the Jacto Condor AM18. Heads up, in the store, this does not say Jacto in front of it like everything else does, so that may change in the future. This is another sprayer, liquid fertilizer and herbicide, 800 liter capacity, so not very large, 600 kilograms, so it's lightweight, 18 meter spread, so it's not huge, and 13 mile per hour max working speed, which is, well, kind of double everything else. So this might just become one of your favorite sprayers, especially if you pair this with an extra tank on the front. You get a lot of work done with this. And the last piece, we're there, the Jacto BC610. This even smaller than everything before, 600 liter capacity. But for what, DJ? Liquid fertilizer and herbicide, of course. This also has a 200 kilogram weight, 80 horsepower, 10 meters spread at 7 miles per hour. This is a very unique and very cool piece of equipment. Very, very nice. Oh, you're probably wondering how this works as well. Well, it's got little itty bitty sprayers up on the bottom, right near the middle of the machine on the back of the tank. And you got one on one side that runs 5 meters and another one that runs 5 meters. Actually, I think there's 4 that run maybe 2.5 meters each. Nonetheless, it's a very cool setup and especially work well when you got smaller fields, something like that, where you don't really need a whole lot. This may be perfect for you. It's cheap as well, 15 grand. Well guys, that is going to be it for today. That is it for the new mod video and showcase of the Jacto equipment from Connect Modding and, well, Jacto themselves. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new and join the GoHam fam. Make sure your notification bells are on as well. That way you never miss daily Farming Simulator videos here on the channel. Heads up, I'm making these videos in a hotel room and I'm also about 6 hours separated from where I normally am in the world. So I'm trying to get these videos done as quickly as possible, but with everything I've got to do here at TwitchCon and everything that I'm doing at the gaming conventions the next 2 weeks, videos, again, might be a little bit different, but I'm trying my best, I promise. All that said, hope you have a good one. See you guys later. Peace.